She got better tongue action than I do. No motherfucking filter. Miss Joseline Hernandez does not give a damn what she say, okay? I like Joseline, although I feel like she's going to meet her match one day. I feel like one day she's going to try to come across the wrong person who's going to be just a little bit bigger and just a little bit badder than she is. And they're going to shut her motherfucking ass down. So we pick back up where we left off with Joseline pretty much telling Karlie Redd that if she keeps her name in her mouth, then she's going to release whatever the fuck this is in this envelope to the blogs. Which I personally feel like whatever that shit is in this envelope is probably going to be fucking relevant. It's probably just some shit to blackmail her. She probably really doesn't have any type of juicy gossip or anything in this envelope. It's probably just some shit to kind of low-key stall Karlie Redd out from talking shit about her. Now, what I don't understand is the reason why Karlie Redd is sitting her ass in there crying, y'all. Now, I understand if you actually knew that you had a true friend, that you would be in there crying because you and your friend is beefing, okay? But you know what type of snake in the grass that Joseline is. So the reason, so the whole reason why you sitting up in there damn near on the verge of tears. Well, matter of fact, ain't no on the verge of tears. You actually was shedding a few tears. I'm confused as fuck, okay? Because you know, you and Joseline done throw blows before. She done slapped you in the face with some fucking roses. And yet, and still, you still begging this girl to be your fucking friend, boo. Karlie, I'm gonna need you to pick your motherfucking chin and your pride up, and I'm gonna need you to move the fuck on. You already know you a messy motherfucker. Joseline is a messy motherfucker. Normally, that shit would mesh, but in this particular equation, you already know Joseline ain't got no friends, girl. So the reason why you think you and her will be cool is unbeknownst to me, especially by you being a messy motherfucker. You knowing damn well that you can't keep your mouth closed. You already know, unless you licking Joseline's ass left and right, you goddamn being her Millie the maid, as she calls Mimi, ain't nowhere in the hell you can be friends with Joseline. So Karlie Redd, pick your motherfucking mouth up off the floor, move on. Please do not continue to beg this damn girl to be your friend, because you already know Joseline is not the type of person that can be friends with anybody. Remember, Rashida invited little Scrappy to this whole little party thing that Kirk is having, okay? So Kirk's daughter, I think her name is Kelsey, she's there performing. Remember, she said that she wanted to, you know, she's like a little rapper, I guess. I thought she was a singer at first, but apparently she's a rapper. She's performing. She's doing okay. She does have a little soft little squeaky mouth sounding voice, but I think that she sounds okay. However, I don't think that she should be around here talking about she wants to be signed to anybody's label. I understand that Kirk and I understand that Rashida, those are your parents, but at the same time, you need to put in a little bit more work before somebody just randomly sign you to their label. And that's where that privilege shit comes in. Like I told y'all, sometimes you get people out there who, you know, just because they have a mother or a father who's in the game, they just automatically want it just like that. No, you're going to have to put in the work just like everybody else. Like I said, she did okay, so I'm not going to give her too much. However, I don't think she needs to be signed to nobody's label, at least not right now. Lil Scrappy shows up with Young Jock. Now, I kind of am on Lil Scrappy's side at this particular point in time. Now, they did squash their beef. Now, the whole reason why Lil Scrappy told Kirk that he was upset with him in the beginning is not because he didn't show up. It's because, number one, you told me you were going to come, which, again, that is Kirk's fault. He should not have set it in stone that he was going to be showing up at Scrappy's custody hearing. And once he found out that he was not going to be able to make it because Rashida had a prior engagement that she had to go to, she had an opportunity to go and film for Rosewood. And he, of course, him being her manager, he had to go with her. And not only is he her manager, he's her husband. So, you know, I guess they probably found out at the last minute. He didn't let Scrappy know. Scrappy was looking for his ass at the custody hearing, didn't see him, so he felt betrayed. So I kind of feel Scrappy where he's coming from. You let me know the day of instead of letting me know the day before. So Kirk apologized, and now they all good and all the shit. They back being brothers. Which I thought the shit was petty anyway, because like I said, in the beginning, I would have never asked Kirk and Rashida to show up at a custody hearing, especially for a baby mother that I know that they're cool with. So I don't think he should have even put them in that position, but I do think that Kirk was wrong for telling him that he was going to show up and never even letting him know that he wasn't going to be able to go until the day of. But I'm happy that they squashed that motherfucking petty ass beef. Joseline is showing off the venue that she's going to be having the video premiere at. She's showing Stevie J the venue. And of course, Stevie J just conveniently invited KK to this venue. Now, straight off the top, Joseline, again, like I told you, I like Joseline because she's entertaining, but she is a messy ass bitch. And like I said, she gonna fuck around and she gonna meet up with one of them crazy motherfuckers like KK, because we already know KK and them don't mind damn near killing a motherfucker. So this bitch gonna tell KK that she heard on the street that her and Stevie J done had relations in the past. And of course, KK is kind of like, relations? This my brother. You know, of course, we already know that they're not blood brother and sister, but they consider themselves to be brother and sister. But we know Joseline, her and Stevie J are some jealous ass motherfuckers. Stevie J always feel like somebody's fucking around with Joseline, and Joseline always feels like somebody want to fuck around with Stevie J. KK says that she'll give her a pass that particular day because she know the motherfucker is crazy, but the next time she come at her with some fuck shit like that, it's teeth out for her motherfucking ass. Which, girl, kudos to you, because like I said, Joseline needs to meet her fucking match. She needs to meet her match that's going to beat her ass and put her in her fucking place so she can simmer down just a little bit. KK is basically confiding in Stevie J about the things that's going on between her and Scrap, because we know that Scrap is pissed off at her right now because she absolutely refuses to sit down and have a conversation with Tierra. Stevie J tells her, look, you know, sometimes you got to put your differences aside, especially when it comes to your family and when it comes to your grandchild. He also tells her, do what you got to do to bury the motherfucking hatchet, because sometimes somebody got to be the bigger person. And by you being damn near 55, however the fuck old you is, you need to be the bigger person and bury that hatchet, okay? Of course, she's still feeling some type of way, and she was like, you know what, but I'll talk to my child. He's like, you got a way with words. You can make it happen. Now, the way he said that shit, though, kind of had me like, I mean, because he kind of said that shit a little sensually. Bitch, made me think like, damn. He's like, you got away with words. You can make it happen. And did that little fucking rat face. Is Stevie J really fucking KK? Girl, the world may never know. So Mimi and Joseline are quote-unquote cordial now. I was going to consider them to be friends, but they're just cordial now, apparently, because, you know, of course, Mimi wants to be the bigger person because she does have a daughter, and she knows that her daughter is going to have to be around Joseline, and of course, her daughter is going to have to be around her father, and, you know, she just wants to be cordial with this crazy motherfucker right now. Joseline is pretending to help her pick out furniture. Yes, I said pretending to help her pick out furniture, and they're just sitting around having conversation, and she's basically telling her about KK. And of course, again, being the messy motherfucker that Joseline is, she of course has a fucking printout conveniently tucked away in her fucking brassiere, okay? Conveniently tucked away in her brassiere, and she hands it to Mimi, basically, and then she goes on to tell Mimi how she needs to watch out for KK because you see, she was on America's Most Wanted, etc., etc. You need to watch this bitch being around your baby daddy and around your daughter. Now, Joseline, you got some motherfucking nerve telling somebody that they need to watch somebody being around their child, bitch, because look at your motherfucking history, okay? But we not even finna run down your motherfucking thotty-ass history. We not even finna go there. But you was wrong for that shit, okay? Like I said, Joseline is a messy motherfucker, but again, she is entertaining. But she invites Mimi to this video release party. Mimi's like, okay, so I'll go ahead and, since I'm coming to your party, I'll go ahead and invite Chris so you and Stevie J can meet her. Scrap little brother Sass is having this mixtape release party and doing his little thug things. Well, I still don't know who the fuck these people are. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I have no idea who Dolly is. I have no idea who this whole entire fucking family is, okay? But he's having this mixtape release party, and of course, Scrap is there supporting his little brother. After they get done, he's basically back there talking to him about the things that are going on between him and their mother. And of course, she conveniently pops up, KK conveniently pops up, and they're discussing things. And of course, Sass is trying to be the, the mediator. He's saying, look, y'all gonna have to get over this shit, of course, etc., etc. And Scrap basically tells her mama, you the older person. You should just be the bigger person. Sit down and at least have a conversation with Tierra. But again, KK ain't here for that shit. I don't give a damn. At this particular point, I'm to the point where I'm realizing that she probably ain't gonna never ever want to sit down with this girl, and maybe that's just something that he's just gonna have to get over. And of course, she's telling him, look, if this girl tries to keep your child away from you, we just need to go down to the court. If she try to keep him away from me, I'm gonna take her to court. Now, I don't know, maybe there are some laws out there for grandmothers if the baby mama trying to keep the grandchild away from the grandmother. Maybe there are some laws out there, but I don't know if she could take her to court. Now, of course, Scrap can, because that is his child, but he doesn't want to do that because he has a phobia of courts, okay? A phobia of courts, a phobia of judges, so he don't want to have anything to do with the court. He basically wants to squash this beef because it can all be squashed by KK simply sitting down having a conversation with Tierra. But she ain't here for that motherfucking shit. But Sass told her, well, look, okay, since y'all can't squash this beef, y'all gonna have to squash it because we gonna, Dollars' birthday's coming up and we gonna have to go and visit the grave. So she was like, you know what, I ain't been out there. He been dead for 7 years. I ain't been out there in the 7 years since he been dead. But she said she thinks she can, muster up enough nerve to go with them to this gravesite. However, she still ain't fucking with that bitch Tierra. Mimi's telling Chris that Stevie J and Joseline are back in town. She also is telling her how she wants her to meet Stevie J and Joseline for the first time. Of course, this fool talking about, I don't deal well with baby daddies. I don't work too well with baby daddies, especially after she, found out all the shit that he put her through. And she also is not excited about meeting Joseline because she already know how Mimi and Joseline have, been physical together. Not only have they had this threesome, but they've also been in a physical confrontation where they fighting each other. She feels like it's going to be awkward, but she still agrees to go ahead and go to this premiere party with her to go ahead and meet the, whatever the fuck their last names is, the Jameses, the Joneses, whatever the fuck, it don't matter. Meet Stevie J and Joseline for the first time. So Tommie, old crazy ass, pops up at motherfucking Scrap's house because she done fed into the bullshit that Joseline and fed her. Now, whether or not the shit is true, I have no idea. But girl, seriously, number one, you walking down the streets of motherfucking Atlanta wearing some goddamn lingerie with nothing on but a motherfucking coat. Bitch, are you kidding me? So she go beating on his motherfucking door, okay? He opens the door. This bitch just pushes her way in. Where she at? Where this bitch at? Running all up and down this. Now, see, that's how motherfuckers get shot, okay? That's how motherfuckers get shot. So you busting your ass in somewhere where you obviously ain't paying no motherfucking bills, okay? Trying to stake your fucking claim, looking like a motherfucking fool, throwing clothes and shit all up in the air, looking all in this man goddamn drawers and in the goddamn laundry room. Looking crazy as hell. So, of course, it looks like she just threw some fucking money in his face, called him a bitch, and stormed out of the fucking house. But that's not even the crazy part. The crazy part to me was the fact that, number one, this bitch running down the streets of Atlanta wearing nothing but lingerie, and this bitch flagged down a motherfucking truck rental car. Now, I thought the shit was all part of the motherfucking scenario. However, we see one of the producers, somebody who's telling the people, no, go on, keep on moving. And you can clearly see that the people that's in this truck rental car, their faces are blocked out. So obviously, they don't know what the fuck going on. They probably thinking that somebody's trying to chase this bitch, somebody trying to kill this bitch. They don't know what the fuck going on. So the producer is telling these people, go on about your business. What the fuck is wrong? You didn't fucked up now. You didn't fucked around and got you a crazy motherfucker, Scrap, okay? You got you a crazy bitch on your hand dealing with this Tommie chick. Mona Scott set up a paintball shooting expedition for the dudes. Y'all know I always got to throw a little bit of shade at Mona Scott because some of this shit is a little too scripted even for me. But anyway, all of the dudes are out there. You got Scrap, you got Lil Scrap, you got Stevie J, some other dude who is apparently a DJ, and some other folks out there, girl, who really whatever, okay? But Scrap is out there and he's basically telling Stevie J what the fuck popped off with Tommie. Basically how Joseline was basically running her mouth, telling Tommie that he got some other bitch in the wind and she done came over there and acted a motherfucking fool. And basically Stevie J like, I knew when we got back, Joseline was gonna have to poke her nose into some shit. So he claims that he gonna get her together. Mimi having her housewarming party. She'd invited all the girls. Jessica Dime. She also invited Tierra, okay, because Tierra's her new friend. Now, we already know that these motherfuckers literally make friends in all of 5 seconds. But Tierra seems pretty cool. Like I said, they're all there enjoying this housewarming party. Karlie Red eventually pops up, and of course, Mimi's telling her about, being invited to this party, and Karlie Red ends up telling her about how Joseline basically is trying to blackmail her with putting some information about her in the blogs. We also find out that apparently Joseline didn't apologize to people. Remember that reunion where Joseline pretty much was high off some shit, girl? Some very, very powerful shit, might I add. Tammie's still feeling some type of way because Joseline hasn't apologized to her. And of course, it seemed like to me, she was just a little bit insane in the membrane that night. And I still don't really understand what her beef was with Tammie to begin with. Like I said, Karlie Red needs to just get the fuck over the shit, move on. Understand that you ain't gonna never be good girlfriends with Joseline. Number one, you messy. You have said some more shady ass shit about Joseline. And Joseline has said some shady ass shit about you. So why you would even want to be her friend, I do not know. Move on, girl, with your life. Since don't nobody like Joseline, it looks like the only person that's gonna be attending her party is Mimi. at least out of this group anyway. And now we finally make it to Joseline's album release party, video release party, whatever the fuck it is, okay? We finally make it there, and of course, already out the gate, Joseline is throwing motherfucking shade. She is doing typical Joseline shit, throwing shade. She's basically saying that she felt like Mimi would probably get a cuter person. She doesn't think that Chris is all that glamorous. She would want somebody who, you know, kind of looks like herself. Word to the wise, Joseline, that's the beauty of it. Everybody's not gonna like what you like. And then she goes into being extremely disrespectful by telling Mimi that she thought she was her girlfriend, and also asking Mimi, does Chris have better tongue action than she does? Which is completely disrespectful. That's just like if your ex-boyfriend walk up to your husband. Okay, you and your husband have at an event, and your ex walk up to you and your husband and basically ask you, does your husband fuck you better than he fuck you? Mimi tells her off the bat, that ain't cool, okay? That's some disrespectful ass shit. And then, of course, Chris say, come again. Now, I don't know if some shit gonna pop out between Joseline and Chris at this party because she's being completely disrespectful at this point. But what I do know is that I saw the preview for next week's episode, and that crazy motherfucker Tommie ended up busting into the party and damn near spitting on somebody, bitch. What the fuck is up with this crazy motherfucker? Number one, who was she storming in there at? Because I did see Joseline pretty much tell the security, oh, she gotta go. So was she spitting at Joseline or was she spitting at somebody else? Y'all leave that shit down in the comment section. Well, you guys, that is my review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 5, Episode 5. Watch your motherfucking back, bitch. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.